Hello everyone, this is our first lesson in this unit. By the end of this unit, we're going to be able to do some amazing things. So our unit this time is Matter's Movement Among Plants, Animals, and Decomposers Within an Environment. So by the end of this unit, you should be able to actually develop a model that describes this movement of matter amongst plants, animals, decomposers, and the environment. So let's go ahead and clarify some vocabulary here. So what exactly is matter? Matter is anything that takes up space. So anything that takes up space. So here's a very short list of examples. Air, hair, rocks, candy, water, the kitchen table, dogs, cats, snakes, lizards, cars, ice, boats. And I can keep going on forever listing types and examples of matter. The key here to know is if it takes up space, it's matter. Even stuff we can't see like air is matter. So let's go ahead and clarify what's an ecosystem. An ecosystem is all the living and non-living things found in a place. It's how they interact with each other. So living things include plants, animals, and people. Non-living things include rocks, water, soil. So let's go ahead and discuss the living parts of an ecosystem. So the first living thing in an ecosystem and the foundation of all ecosystems are plants. Plants, the key here is that they take matter that's not food, like sunlight, water, and materials from soil, and then convert it into matter that can be used as food by other creatures. So they are the foundations of an ecosystem. Next are animals. Animals get the food they need to survive from plants and other animals. So an animal can either eat just plants, they can eat plants and animals, or they can just eat other animals. But the key is that they get their food that they need from those places. The final part of our ecosystem here are decomposers. Decomposers are things like bacteria, fungi, animals, and they get the food they need from animals and plants that have died. So they decompose or break down these animals and plants, and then they actually return important matter to the soil that then is used by plants. So they serve a very important part of the ecosystem as well. So here's some key things to remember about ecosystems. How does matter move in it? So first, all living things need matter and energy to survive. This energy and matter moves from one living thing to another in an ecosystem. And all the energy found in an ecosystem actually begins with the sun. So plants then convert that to energy and matter that other organisms can use. So here's a simplistic model of how this energy and this matter actually moves. So energy and matter usually flows through an ecosystem in a very predictable way. It moves from the sun originally to plants, to animals, to decomposers. So let's go ahead and look at this in an example. So here's an ocean ecosystem. And let's go ahead and talk about it. So like all other ecosystems, this one begins with the sun, then plants like kelp and plant-like algae. So hugely important in the ocean ecosystem is plant-like algae. So basically they're just tiny little microorganisms that act like plants. So they do all the same things that plants do. They convert matter that's not food into food for animals. And in our ecosystem example here, we have fish, starfish, and an octopus sitting there. These animals then are used as food by decomposers once they die, such as bacteria. So let's go ahead and look. So it starts with the sun, moves on to our producers. So you see the kelp and you see our tiny little plant-like algae around the coral there. Moves into our animals like fish, starfish, and octopuses. And then ends with bacteria who then take that matter and convert it into material and matter for the soil, that goes into the soil that plants then use. So let's look at another example here. Last example we have is a desert ecosystem. This is probably one we're a little bit more familiar with. So, begins with the sun, moves into plants like cactuses, then is transferred into our animals like mice, snakes, and hawks, and finally ends with decomposers, and we have an example of a worm here. So let's go ahead and look. So it begins with the sun, moves into our plants like cactuses, which are then eaten by things like mice, who are then eaten by things like snakes, who are then eaten by things like hawks, and finally, they are all decomposed by things like worms. So this is kind of how our cycle works. So let's go ahead and look one more time at how matter moves. So it begins with the sun, moves into plants, moves to animals, moves to decomposers, and then returns to plants. So it's kind of a big circle.